Welcome. I am your host, Trinette Collier Green, and this is Woman on Fire, where we sit back as girls and have girl talk, chat about the community, talk about building healthy relationships between self, the community, our friends and family, and most importantly, God. And today on the show, I have Jennifer McGhee, and a very awesome woman of God. And let's welcome her. Jennifer McGhee, thank you so much for coming. How are you?
I am great. Thank you for having me. It's still kind of funny when people say Jennifer McGhee. I'm like, oh wait, that is me.
Well, tell us who you are. Tell us who Jennifer is.
Well, most people know me as Miss Jennifer Pink.
Okay.
Like hardly anybody knows that I actually have a real name. And that's not even, that's the new name because we just got married within the last 2 years.
And congratulations.
Thank you. But I am a transformational mommy growth coach.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I am passionate. Like when I say passionate, I mean like really passionate about helping mommies reconnect with themselves.
Okay.
Because we're more than just their mom. Like I'm a person,
okay.
and I need to be acknowledged, and I need to take care of me, and also grow through what we go through. Wow. Because so many times in life, especially as women, when we have kids, husbands, boyfriends, jobs, lives, we put ourselves to the back burner, and we go through something, and then we just, okay, that's over, now I'm gonna keep going. And we don't grow, and we don't learn, and we don't make us better. And it just becomes another thing that we stick in our suitcase of bags that we've gone through. And I'm like, no, let's learn from it.
Okay.
Let's get some wisdom from it. You know, let's become better women because of it. Okay. You know, and so that's really what I do all day, every day. Any kind of way I can do it, I'm down to do it. So that's who I am.
Wow. A mommy, say it again.
Transformational mommy growth coach.
Wow. That's God divine, because, and I say that because I'm not a mother yet, and it's funny because in my book I talk about wanting to become a mom like my mother, you know, and all of my aunts and friends. But I think at that moment I was just wanting a child to because they looked so cute and I wanted to dress them up, you know. And I had to say, well, Lord, it got to be more to this mommy thing, because I'm watching all of my friends and family. Y'all rock. Mothers rock. I don't see how you all do it. All mothers out there, y'all deserve the world, because again, like you said, it is a lot. And I think what you're doing is wonderful. So tell us some things that you do to help mothers in the transformation. I love that title.
Thank you. Well, I started as a single mom life coach, and I focused only on single moms.
Really?
Because I was a single mom for 12 years. I had, because I have more than that now. Right. But I had 3 kids, and I had 3 different children's fathers.
Really?
So when I tell you I've been there, I've done that. I wrote the book about it.
Right.
Look, I got you, sis. I know what you're going through.
Wow. Okay.
So I started there, and what I was really focused on was helping the single mothers let go. Let go of the stigma, let go of what we can't accomplish, what we can't do, let go of the overcompensating, let go of the trying to be 2 people at one time, let go of the shame and the guilt. Just let it all go, because it's what keeps us from really becoming who he's created us to be, doing what he's asking us to do, you know, all those things that we're holding on to, stuffing in our bags, like I like to say, is what's keeping us from doing it. So I started there, and I really, you know, it was a journey. I have learned that, you know, anytime you know, start a business, if it's a passion-based business, or if you're doing ministry, it is for you.
Yes, indeed.
Your ideal client is you.
Indeed, most definitely.
So it was definitely a journey in getting to the place where I was comfortable, because I was comfortable telling my story. You know, I never cared. You know, you can't hurt me with what I'm willing to say.
There you go.
So I didn't care about that, but I had to unpack a lot of bags that I didn't know I had.
Really?
And you know, really understanding that it had a purpose. And for me, the purpose was to really learn some life lessons, and the lessons that people don't want to learn, the lessons that we throw away, take for granted. You know, we ain't got to deal with that right now, type stuff. really to learn those lessons and to be a mirror. You know, God
Wow.
has called me to be a mirror in other people's lives, women's lives. So when I stand up and I tell my story, or I write a book and I'm telling them a story about, you know, what's happened, or even in my one-on-one coaching,
Okay.
when I'm telling them a story about my life, they go, oh my gosh, that's me. That's my
Right,
life.
right.
But they can see she was there,
Yeah.
I'm there, or
Yeah.
I was there too, but look at where she is now.
Right.
I'm happily married.
Yeah.
I have, you know, 4 amazing kids.
With your new baby.
My new baby,
girl.
right? Things that people said I would never have, you know,
Really?
because there's this stigma, you know, that once a woman has kids, her value or her worth decreases. And so a lot of men would say, you know, oh, you're a single mom with 3 kids and you have 3 different dads. You should just be happy for whatever comes your way. Like, just,
Really? So that is actually, and I've heard women, I have many friends who are single parents, and they would tell me that, but of course, you know, I didn't think nothing of it because I'm just like, but you're so much more. But they would tell me these stories, so that is actually true.
I can guarantee you twice a week
Really?
on social media, I am having to check some man
Right.
for saying it.
Wow.
And he's like, I didn't mean it that way. There's no other way to mean it.
Right.
There's once you say, oh, well, you got kids already, so what does that mean? Like, does that mean that I'm less human? I'm less worthy?
Right.
I can't do something?
Yeah.
But that's the stigma the world gives us. That's the stigma we put on ourselves. That's the shame. That's the guilt.
Yeah.
That's all of those things combined. But I was there, and now, you know, I can say, number one, I was completely celibate with my husband before we got married. And people are like, what? You can be celibate after you have kids?
Right.
Yes, you can.
Exactly.
Number two, from the day we started talking to the day we got engaged was 6 months.
Okay.
And people are like, what? It takes years. No, it doesn't.
Right.
Once you get in alignment,
there you go.
Stuff starts happening.
Exactly.
You know, and now here we are 2.5 years later.
Yeah.
We're completely blended. You know, he has kids, I have kids, we have one together. But they're all our kids, and he's parenting everybody, I'm parenting everybody. We're building a business together. We're getting ready to do conferences together. We're changing lives together. So everything that people said I could never have, I have.
Wow.
I walk in every single day. But only because I was willing to learn the lessons he was trying to teach me. And I'm willing to do the work that he's called me to do, even when I don't want to do it.
Wow. Jennifer, well, we say Jennifer in the pink, Jennifer Pink. I call it Jennifer McGhee, I'm sorry. But this is a testimony I was sharing yesterday on the show, how my mom, she had me out of wedlock early, you know, still in high school. And I just remember her talking about the shame. And she carried that for all these years. And I end up internalizing the shame because I'm like, okay, I'm the oldest, you know, I hate that my mom had to go through this, you know, being isolated from her friends and family because of having a child, you know. And I just didn't believe that until I started hearing other older women. So it's your sharing is really needed for this generation. So talk to us about that journey. You said there was a journey that took you, that got you there. What is that journey?
Well, so I have to back up a little bit. You know, when I had my first kid, I was 21.
Okay.
So I thought I had escaped the stereotype, right? Like,
I'm
not a teen
You're
mom.
right.
I graduated high school.
Right.
I had a little job. I was making $10 an hour.
You know, that was a lot of money back then.
I thought I was a business, right? Had a little car. Nice little place to live.
Exactly.
I
Right.
was on fire.
Right.
Right? And so then I got pregnant and I had this baby. And it was like, that was my little sidekick.
Okay.
You know how you were saying, like, dressing up?
Yeah.
That was my sidekick.
Okay.
I used to dress her up. We used to go get our nails done together. Like, that was my girl.
Right.
Like, life was good.
Yeah.
And then somewhere I decided, okay, I don't really like this single mom thing.
Okay.
And I said, I'm going to get married.
Okay.
So literally, I found me a man.
Wait a minute. I found
me a man. And I said, I would like to get married. And we got married. And then we had a baby.
Okay.
And I say it just like that because, you know, a lot of times women, we have this thought process. If we get divorced, you know, we're messing up. We're doing it wrong.
Right.
And I say all the time to women, should you have been there in the first place?
Exactly.
And I can guarantee you, I should have never been there in the first place.
Right.
And he told me I was wrong. I went about this all wrong.
All the wrong way.
But I made the bed, so I gotta lay in it now. And a year, and let me tell you, I thought I was gonna fix some stuff. We got to go to church. You got to get saved. And we got to.
So you had your plan for him. You had that plan.
All
That church
he needed
plan.
to do was fit right on in here.
Right.
And we was gonna be good. And you know.
Is that the universal plan for us church girls?
I think so.
We get that man, we pick them, we make them go to church, we get them saved. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so yeah.
It ain't worked out for none of us yet, but we
Right.
still doing it. Right. So a year into it, I was like, okay, you're not the man God has for me because you can't lead me. Like I'm telling you what to do. This is all the way backwards. We need to back some things up real quick.
Wow.
So we separated, and that was the beginning of God forcing me to do what he wanted me to do.
Right.
And when I say forcing, I literally mean forcing.
Yeah.
I went from the girl who has a decent education.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm the smartest
Right.
one, but I
Right.
have a decent education.
Right.
I have 2 kids, but we all taken care of. I've never been on
Right.
welfare. I've never been on drugs. I've never been homeless. Boo, I was homeless, on welfare, jobless. I was distraught. I was completely rock bottom.
Really?
Completely. And I was like, you know, I would go on these job interviews and I was like, you know, I'm putting the best face forward. Like, why would you not want to hire me? Like, I'm a great candidate, right? Like, what's wrong with you?
Right.
And literally, I was going on, and people say like, oh, you know, it's not a job to hire. I was going on literally 5 interviews a week.
Really?
So don't tell me there aren't jobs.
Exactly.
Because I was at 5 different interviews every single week.
Wow.
They just weren't calling me back. And I was like, there's a problem here.
Right.
And so one of my friends said, well, why don't you start a business? I was like, start a business? Like, I don't make things.
Right.
What do you...
I don't do arts and crafts.
And I don't have enough money to like go buy some clothes and sell them. So what are we talking about here right now? I don't have some skills.
Right.
Like, I'm creative. Like, I don't know what you want from me.
Exactly.
And so I said, okay, I'm starting a nonprofit.
Okay.
Because, you know, we think if we have a business that is of service, then it's a nonprofit. That's what we think.
Right.
So I started this nonprofit, and the whole plan of the nonprofit was to bring women together. Because I was only child, and I suffered from having female friendships and relationships.
Really?
I would build me a nice little nonprofit to help me get some friends. Because I need some friends. I need some women in my life who are going to help me get to the next level in life.
So you had all of this planned out. Just, I mean,
Girl,
your
had a
book.
plan.
You had that binder.
That I was ready to go. And so literally, but when I say it was God's purpose, because the day I got my logo, and you know that's like a big step in your business. When you get
that
logo,
you see it in lights. He's like, oh yes, you can't wait to show it. Yeah.
Right. The day I got the logo, I got an apartment and a job offer.
Really?
Same day. All 3 things lined up. And I said, oh.
Now this is after the divorce.
Well, it took us years to divorce because
really?
I didn't have. I was like, why? Like, I'm not gonna get married again.
Okay.
Like, who cares? We can stay married forever, ever. Like, I don't care. And this was his second marriage, so he was like, yeah, I'm not getting married again. So we were completely separated, completely living separate lives, but just married.
Okay, gotcha.
Don't ask, we special.
Yeah, right.
So I got, but I was homeless. Technically married.
Okay.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Wow.
Had 2 kids by 2 different men, so why am I on the streets? Whole nother conversation.
Wow.
We're gonna leave that right where it is. But I picked them, so I got to deal with that.
Right.
And so when I started building this nonprofit, which I didn't know anything about what I was doing. I was not building a nonprofit. I was building a social circle. But when I started to build it, I did the unthinkable in my world. And that was, I got pregnant again.
Wow.
Who does that?
Right. Because you already went through all of these other trials.
Right.
And then you get pregnant again.
Right.
So
who does that?
Yes, who does that?
The person who doesn't learn the lessons. The person who's not willing to get some wisdom in their life.
And we constantly ask God to show us the signs. Give us the signs. But
He's like, just learn it.
Right.
You did it. Learn it already.
It's like, you're going to be hard-headed, but like you said, he will make it where he's like, you're going to learn one way or another. You're going to listen to me. You can keep hitting that brick wall all you want to, but one day you're going to listen to me.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. And so I got pregnant. I hid my pregnancy for 6 months.
Did you?
6 months. Didn't tell a soul.
Really?
I was like, this ain't happening, y'all. Because here it was, I had just started getting my life back on track. I've got this little business.
Right.
Growing. I've got, the 2 kids. We're finally in a good school.
Yeah.
We're in a decent home. It's not a good home, but it's ours.
Right.
I'm paying for it. And I'm not struggling.
Exactly.
And I got this career, not just a job. I'm not working at the Waffle House. I'm working for the county.
You'd have moved up.
I got benefits.
Right.
I got a salary. I get an increase
the paid
every
holidays.
year. I get paid holiday. Like,
you up there.
Moving on up.
Right.
Just give me a couple of years and I'm gonna be, good.
Right.
And I just knew that this baby was going to be the destruction of me. I wanted to shut down my business. I wanted to run away. And they were like, no, like, you're amazing at this.
Right.
You have such amazing ideas and you bring people together. And I was like, you're tripping. And then I was like, how am I going to pay for because it was a nonprofit.
Right,
so that means I'm paying for everything. I'm not making any money. No. How am I supposed to do this?
Exactly.
Like, this isn't how this works. And so I had my son, and I kind of slowed down on the business.
Okay.
But it was in that moment that I realized, like, I remember, like, saying to random, people would ask me, like, oh, you having a baby? Or I was like, yeah, I'm a single mom. But it was like this anger.
So you were putting on that defense before anybody can say
Nobody
anything.
said anything.
Yeah.
I'm just defensive.
They probably like, whoa, okay.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
I was just gonna tell you congratulations, but okay.
I don't even know you. Like, why were you, But that's what I was doing, and I started to pay attention to that, and I started to go, why do I do that?
Right.
Why am I acting this way? And that's when I started to learn the lessons of the fact that I was in denial about how much shame and how much guilt I was carrying around, and I call it the super single mom syndrome.
Okay.
And once I break this down, you be like, oh yeah, I know some of those.
Right. Yes, please break that down to us, audience, because again, Jennifer is explaining to us that all of us, we go through these trials and tribulations, but he's not done with us. So break this down to us.
So that's when you walk around with this air of, I dare you to say something about the fact that I'm a single mom. Like, I dare you. Try me, right? You walk around with this try me attitude about being a single mom. And then you're like way overcompensating for the fact that dad isn't present on a daily basis. Because for some women, dad is present, but he's just not living in your home. Right? And then you start talking about how hard your life is because you're a single mom. Oh, you don't understand my struggle. I'm a single mom. Everything is because I'm a single mom. Oh, I can't afford that because I'm a single mom. No, because I just don't know how to budget. Like, let's just call a spade a spade. But everything is because I'm a single mom. Right? And so I was like, what? That's a little interesting. Right? So I'm trying to unpack this while I'm having this baby. And then he's the first kid I had naturally. You've never had kids?
No, I never. I just hear the stories, and God bless y'all.
I want to say having a kid naturally was the first time I actually felt like I had a kid.
Really?
Because you feel it all. And women always say, like, well, what does it feel like? As soon as it's over, you don't remember.
Really?
You don't remember. But then in that moment, like when you do it again, it all comes back and you go, oh, like, why did I do this? But literally, you don't remember. But
really?
5 pushes, he was out. I dilated by myself. Epidural couldn't get there in time. Like, So it was, I felt everything, and it
Okay.
felt like I was giving birth to something, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like you felt it.
Okay.
The other ones, I just remember being tired. I remember like, I don't want to push. I'm tired now,
Okay.
or I'm hungry.
Right.
Right, because you get the drugs and you're kind of numb. And
Okay.
I remember the first time I had drugs, I said, oh, this is why people do drugs. Oh,
That feel good.
this feel real good. But totally off subject. But so after that, when I looked at him for the first time, it was like he was looking through me.
Okay.
And so
none of the fathers were present with your birth?
When I had my second child, his father was present because we were married.
Okay.
But anyway.
The stuff
but
that we go through.
Right. We pick them.
We pick them.
So, but it was, so I named my son Josiah.
Okay.
Now, all my kids have J names, clearly because my name is Jennifer. But I had no real understanding of who Josiah was. I knew he was in the Bible, but that was kind of where that went.
Yeah.
I knew it was an old biblical name.
Right.
That's the end of my story. Can't tell you why I named this kid Josiah.
Right.
Nothing else.
Right.
But it was just like, I remember telling my mom, this is different. Like, he's looking through me.
Okay.
Like, he really loves me. My mom was like, what are you talking about? Like, all your kids, like, my mom thought I was crazy. Right? And so I remember, like, and it took a year and a half. But it was just like this changing on the inside of me.
Okay.
I started to let things go. I started to ask myself why.
Really?
Why do I do this?
Right.
Why do I feel that way? Why am I feeling like, I just started to kind of purge some things, so to speak. And I was doing a telesummit because they wouldn't let me stop doing my business, right?
Okay.
So this is when I started single mom life coaching.
Okay.
And so I was doing this telesummit, and we were talking about the glory of the Son. So we were talking about Jesus.
Okay.
For some reason, I wanted to talk about the glory of my son.
Right.
And don't ask me why, but that's just what I wanted to do.
You were a happy mom.
So I'm talking about just the difference, the feeling, and how much, more I love myself, and just all these different things. And the host of the telesummit, Dr. Porter, she said, you do know what his name means, right? And I said, no. Why are you asking me this in public? Like, can you, can we do this on the download? And she was like, look it up. She was like, I'm challenging you to open up your Bible and look it up and figure out who he is and what his name means.
Okay.
She said, and then this will all make sense. And so I looked it up, and Josiah means he who heals.
Get out of here.
And Josiah is the king that brought the people back to God, even though he never had been taught God. Wow. He never knew, the church and the laws and the commandments, so to speak. But he rebuilt the church. Okay. And so he brought them back to God. And when he heard about God, he tore his clothes, and he was just, heartbroken that they had left God. And I said, oh my gosh.
Wow.
So this being that I gave birth to was the beginning of my healing, literally.
Wow.
Because without him, the one thing I knew was going to be my destruction, literally was the thing that saved me. And in my book, I call him my catalyst for change. And he was that thing when God was like, okay, you done hit bottom long enough. Here's that thing to really stir some stuff up and do some things differently in you. And so when I realized that, I was able to help other single mothers. We say, oh, babies are a blessing. Babies are amazing. We like to say all these things, right? And I encourage mothers to start to understand the point of their child. Why did you have that child at that point in your life? There's a lesson there that we need to unpack and realize. And once we start to unpack and realize, number one, you parent much better because you know who you're dealing with and how to deal with them. But aside from that, it helps us grow. And it helps us change. And the number one thing every mother says on this planet is, I want the best for my kids. I want my kids to have their best life ever. I want my kids to achieve all their goals, their dreams. We speak so highly and proudly of our kids achieving. And so I always say to them, how do they do that if you've never shown them what that looks like?
Interesting.
How does your kid know how to thrive? How does your kid know who they really are if you don't know who you really are? Because we all know that the age of do as I say, not as I do, that ended before me, right? Like, let's just be honest. So that's really, and when that was my journey. And my journey was God showing me, you don't know who you are. You're doing all these things because these are the things you've seen done in your life. These are the things people are telling you to do. This is, you're watching her over there do it, and that looks good, so you're going to go do that now. But you don't know who you are. You have no self, none. No self-love, no self-worth, no self-understanding, no self-respect. Because if I did, I wouldn't have had 3 kids by 3 different men. If I did, I wouldn't have picked them for sure.
Right.
If I did, I would be in a whole different place. The place I am in now. Because now I have that self. And so I help single mothers unpack that, because so many times they say, like, I'm good.
Right.
Just because you got a job don't mean you good, boo.
Right.
We got to fix that heart thing.
Yeah.
Clean that heart thing out.
Wow, Jennifer. Oh my goodness, Jennifer Pinky, guys. What a phenomenal story. Also testimony, like, because I'm sitting here thinking, like, it's a lot more to motherhood. And for a lot of women who are yearning to be mothers, like I said, I'm guilty. I just wanted a cute little baby doll to dress up and whatnot. So, wow, thank you for sharing that. And thank you again for being here today. Tell us how we can connect with you. How can we connect with you?
Well, you can always connect with me in my pink world, I like to call it, and that's misspinksworld.com, literally MSPINKS world.com. And that's where you can find all my books, my coaching, my blog. I love to talk about being a mommy. I love to talk about natural parenting. I love to talk about the lessons I've learned. I love to talk about, how Jesus just drops things in my spirit sometimes. And the discernment and wisdom that he's given me to, only have been doing this thing for 7 years. So definitely join me on misspinksworld.com. And then, of course, you can find me on all social media at MSJENNIFER Pink. That's literally all social media is Miss Jennifer Pink. And I love connecting with mommies. Single moms will always have that sweet spot in my heart.
Yeah.
I'm always willing to help you unpack them bags and let it go.
Wow.
Like, let it go, boo. Let it go.
Leave us with that one lesson, that one word that you would like to give to all women.
Whew. All women?
Or let's go with the mothers. Yes, the mothers.
The number one lesson that I would like to give you is let go of the mom guilt. Let go of the need to put your kids first always. It's all about them. Because like I was saying earlier, like, if you don't know who you are, if I ask you, what makes you happy? And your response is anything that has to do with your children, you don't know who you are. So I just need you to figure out who you are, because I guarantee you, when you get clear on who you are, your purpose becomes clear, how to parent becomes clear, and how to raise them up to really have the amazing life that you want, it becomes crystal clear. So just figure out who you are.
Thank you so much for that. And again, I thank you for being here. And for all of you all, thank you so much for tuning in today. And of course, you can reach me all social media, Trinette L. Collier. Stay connected with my website. I am TrinetteLCollier.com. And again, thank you all so much. Thank you, Jennifer, for being here. And for you all, stay tuned, stay connected, and remember to live, laugh, and love life. And every day that you wait, know that it's a new beginning for you to just live life. Enjoy what God has given you. So until next time, I will see you later. Bye.